You wake up tired, even after a full night's sleep. Your body feels heavy, like you've been carrying something invisible. The day begins, and everything feels like a burden. Getting ready, replying to people, even smiling. You force yourself through the motions, but deep down, you're drained. And the worst part, you don't even know why. You've tried eating better, you've tried staying active, but nothing seems to fix this constant exhaustion. My dear brothers and sisters, what if this isn't just being tired? What if it's a sign? What if your body is carrying what your soul has been silently screaming for months? What if this physical fatigue is Allah's way of getting your attention? Because sometimes, when we ignore the whispers of our heart, Allah lets our body speak louder. And it's not a punishment, it's mercy. It's Allah saying, slow down, reflect. Something isn't right inside of you, and I want you to come back to me. In this video, we'll explore 5 signs that the fatigue you're feeling might not be as normal as you think. These signs aren't just about your health. They're about your heart, your habits, and your connection with the one who created you. Stay with us till the end, because this message might not only explain what's draining you, it might finally show you how to feel alive again in the way your soul has been craving all along. Sign 1. You're constantly surrounded by people, but feel completely empty. You go to school, you go to work, you go to the masjid, you attend family gatherings. You're always around people. You reply to messages, you post, you comment, you laugh. But deep down, you're not present. You feel like you're running on autopilot, smiling on the outside, numb on the inside. And slowly, your body starts showing it. You feel tired before the day even begins. Even the smallest tasks feel overwhelming. You're physically there, but mentally distant. This isn't just social fatigue, it's soul exhaustion. And it happens when you're spending all your energy on people, but giving none to yourself or to Allah. We live in a world that's loud, always online, always performing, but your soul, it wasn't created for constant connection with people. It was created for connection with Allah. The Prophet Muhammad would often leave the crowd to be alone with his Creator. Before he received revelation, he would retreat to the cave of Hira, days of solitude, reflection and worship. Not because he hated people, but because even the strongest hearts need to disconnect from the world to reconnect with Allah. So maybe your tiredness isn't because you're doing too much. Maybe it's because you've done too little of what actually nourishes your soul. Try this. Next time you feel tired for no reason, don't just scroll, don't just sleep, don't just vent. Go sit alone. Open the Quran, make wudu, and just sit with Allah for a moment. No noise, no filters, no distractions, because your body might be tired, but what your soul is craving is silence, reflection, and divine connection. Sign 2, you're doing all the right things, but your heart isn't in any of it. You pray, you fast, you wear the hijab, you read the Quran, you're doing everything Islam tells you to do. But if you're being honest, your heart feels distant, your salah feels rushed, your du'as feel dry, your worship feels like a checklist. You're just trying to finish before you collapse into bed. And then you wonder, why am I still so tired? I'm doing everything right. But here's the surprise most people don't see coming. Obligations without intention become burdens instead of blessings. When your heart is no longer connected to your acts of worship, they stop giving you energy. They start taking it from you. Why? Because Allah doesn't just want your actions. He wants your sincerity. He wants your presence. He wants a heart that says, Ya Allah, I'm not just doing this out of duty, I'm doing it out of love. The Prophet Muhammad taught us, indeed, actions are judged by intentions. So, when you pray because you have to, but not because you need to, That fatigue you feel after Salah isn't because you're physically tired, it's because your soul didn't get what it was looking for. So ask yourself tonight, before you sleep, have I been performing my ibadah, or actually connecting with Allah? It's a hard question, but answering it might be the key to lifting a weight you didn't even know you were carrying. Because real energy doesn't just come from coffee, sleep, or exercise. It comes from meaning, purpose, and presence with your Creator. Sign 3. You keep saying, just 5 minutes. But it always steals your entire night. You know that moment. You lie down, pick up your phone and say, let me just check a few things before I sleep. Next thing you know, it's 1 a.m. Your eyes are burning. Your heart feels heavy. Your mind is noisy, and sleep gone. The next morning you wake up exhausted, asking, why am I always so tired? But let's be real for a second. It's not your body. It's what you fed your soul before sleep. You see, your soul was created for dhikr, for remembrance, for peace, for stillness. But instead, you gave it notifications, drama, endless scrolling and videos that led to you know what. And here's the shocking part. You didn't just lose sleep. You lost light. The Prophet Muhammad said, when a person lies down without remembering Allah, the shaitan wraps around him until he wakes up. So maybe the reason you feel drained all day isn't your schedule. Maybe it's the way you end your night. You didn't give your soul a moment to exhale. You didn't give your heart a moment to say, Ya Allah, protect me from what I don't even realize is harming me. Instead, you ended your day with noise, comparison, distraction, and sometimes sin. And what's worse? You convinced yourself it was just 5 minutes. But those 5 minutes cost you your energy, your focus, and sometimes even your ability to wake up for Fajr. Here's the hard truth. Shaitan doesn't always attack with big sins. Sometimes he just whispers, stay a little longer, until your soul is too numb to even feel how far it's drifted. Tonight, give your soul something different. Put the phone down, say, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. Make dua. Talk to Allah like He's the only one listening, because He is. And you'll see something amazing happen. You'll sleep lighter, but wake up feeling stronger. Sign 4. You're carrying so many silent emotions. Your body doesn't know how to hold them anymore. There's no wound on your skin, no fever, no broken bone, but somehow you still feel exhausted all the time. You try to explain it to people, but the words don't come out right. So you just keep saying, I'm okay, just tired. But you're not just tired. You're holding back years of pain you've never fully dealt with. The disappointments, the people who walked away, the heartbreak you buried under fake smiles, the duas that still haven't been answered, the moments you felt alone even when surrounded by everyone. And here's the hard truth. Your body remembers what your tongue keeps quiet. That's why your shoulders feel heavy. That's why your chest feels tight. That's why you can't breathe fully, even though nothing is physically wrong. The Prophet Muhammad said, verily in the body there is a piece of flesh which, if it is sound, the whole body is sound, and if it is corrupt, the whole body is corrupt. Verily, it is the heart. You can't keep pouring out your strength without pouring anything back in. You can't keep absorbing pain and pretending it hasn't changed you. Even the Prophet, the one with the strongest heart, would retreat to the cave of Hira for peace. He would cry in sujood. He would speak to Allah in the quiet of the night, not because he was weak, but because even the most beloved to Allah needed moments to release what was heavy inside. So maybe it's time to stop carrying everything alone. Maybe that fatigue isn't weakness. Maybe it's your soul quietly asking, can we stop pretending now? Can we finally sit with Allah and let go of what's crushing us? You don't need to explain yourself to the world, but tonight, explain your pain to Allah, not in perfect Arabic, not with fancy words, just you, your tears, and your truth. And watch how that alone can lift a weight that even 12 hours of sleep never could. Sign 5. You're tired because you're doing what most people don't have the strength to do. Let's be honest. Staying close to Allah in this world is not easy. Everyone else is chasing comfort. You're chasing Jannah. They sleep through Fajr. You wake up. They go where it's haram. You stay home. They sin without guilt. You cry from guilt after just a slip. And slowly, it gets heavy. You get tired of always being the one who holds back. Tired of always saying no to your nafs. Tired of watching others enjoy life while you're stuck saying, Astaghfirullah, I can't do that. And then Shaitan whispers, look at you, always doing the right thing, and still struggling, still alone, still waiting. But here's the part no one tells you. That kind of exhaustion, that is the exhaustion of the righteous. That is the weight of patience. That is the body carrying the soul up a mountain while everyone else is coasting downhill. And guess what? The Prophet Muhammad said, paradise is surrounded by difficulties and hell is surrounded by desires. So yes, you're tired, but your tiredness is not in vain. Every drop of energy you pour into staying obedient, staying patient, staying strong is written with ink that never fades. You're not weak. You're doing what others are too distracted, too lost, too caught up to even notice. And that quiet pain in your chest, that weight on your back, that heaviness in your limbs, it's not always a burden. Sometimes it's a crown that only the sincere are chosen to wear, because Allah chose you to carry it, not to break you, but to shape you into someone Jannah will rise for. My dear brothers and sisters, you may feel exhausted, your body may ache, your eyes may burn, your heart may be heavy, but maybe, just maybe, this fatigue isn't a weakness. It's a divine signal. Maybe Allah is trying to tell you there's something deeper going on inside of you. Let's fix that together. Because the truth is, even when we complain that we're tired, we forget how many unseen blessings are still functioning perfectly. Your heart hasn't skipped a beat. Your lungs haven't stopped breathing, your eyes still open, your legs still move, and all of it without you ever asking. Imam al-Ghazali once said, if the only blessing Allah gave you was your eyesight, and you worshipped Him your whole life in gratitude, it still wouldn't be enough to repay it. So no matter what you're waiting for, no matter what you're going through, don't forget how blessed you already are. And if your body is crying for rest, let your soul answer it. Not with more sleep, not with more scrolling, but with sujood, with Quran, with real, raw, honest dua. Say it from your heart, Ya Allah, I feel tired, but I know you see me. Heal what I'm carrying in silence. Purify my heart, strengthen my body, and never let me forget the blessings you've already given me. Let my tiredness bring me closer to you, not further away. And when I rest, let my soul rest in your remembrance. If this message touched you, comment below, Ya Allah, turn my tiredness into strength. Your comment might be the reason someone else feels a little less alone tonight. And don't forget, liking and subscribing costs you nothing. But it helps us continue to share reminders that nourish the soul and bring people back to the one who never forgets them. May Allah bless you with rest that heals, worship that uplifts, and a heart that always turns back to Him. Ameen.